All right, guys, I am super excited right now because I have just learned some really amazing information right now that I didn't even know about these Hopewell people. So we've walked back where I started the other video showing you the map. That's where we're back here. You can see the old Seip farmhouse right there. That's where the name of this area comes from. They named it after the people who owned the farm that these earthworks were on. Again, this being prehistory, we have no idea what the Hopewell people called this area. So behind me is this massive mound. You can see a tree, a full-size tree peeking up over the side of it to give you an idea how big this is. And I did not know this, but this is not the original mound. The original mound was completely excavated and dug up in the 1920s. And when they were done, they tried to build it back close to the original size. So what's amazing is that this thing is massive and it's not the original size. This is close to the original size. And this is, you don't get a scale of it from the video, but this is a really, really big mound. And this is what I think is additionally amazing. So if you take a look at this part right here, they learned, I'm going to get this right here as best we can. This is what they learned when they dug out the mound. And so when they saw this part right here, it was a log crypt. So that meant that when they buried some of the original people here, they buried them in a room that was made up out of logs and that they were inside of that. And then over time, that room caved in. And then they built another mound on top and then another mound. So they had the crypt, the primary mound, and then this one. This is amazing. You may remember seeing this when we were talking about the effigies. I had no idea how big this effigy was. Here is a picture of an archaeologist excavating that effigy, and you can see how big it is. This is way bigger than I thought it was. And here's what's even more amazing about that, is that it's an effigy of a dog eating a human head. That's what it said there on the sign. I had no idea. So that even adds even more to it. So what does that mean that they would carve such a large effigy of a dog eating a human head and then bury it in this mound? Now, when they said this, I want to bring it back here because I want to tell you the correct number, that when they built earthen platforms where the ashes were laid, because they would cremate the bodies, and to a lesser extent, they placed extended corpses in log crypts. Some 122 men, women, and children were buried here. So in this original mound, there were 122 men, women, and children buried in the original mound here and buried with all those artifacts. That is absolutely fascinating, and I had no idea about that until today. It was just great to read it and learn something new.